Okay, it says we're live. So, do you see it?
Yes, sir. So you get one night off. So
Yeah, but you are live, right? Because I'm not on the YouTube.
yeah.
We're on
So
YouTube.
we're just doing a little test run, y'all. We're just doing a test run. Brooklyn Lou's running all my tech. Witch Doctor he's not on YouTube anymore. We'll just long story short, Witch Doctor's doing something else right now with his life. I'll wish him the best and all, but so yeah, we got Brooklyn Lou running my tech for me. Thank you, Brooklyn. But this is a new thing for him, running the tech on other people's channels. So I appreciate it, Lou. I'm working on it, but I am working on getting close to caught up on my bills. Though I was 4 months behind on everything. I was about. I mean, luckily, a lot of realty companies would have kicked me out after the third month of not having my payments. So uh, they've been really good to me, and they're giving me a chance to get caught up, and I'm about to. Um, just been waiting on a fucking bid to come in on this goddamn job I've been waiting on for 5 months, and it's finally about to come through, and that one job will get me caught up on everything, and I'm about to start that next week. So anyway, y'all, this is a live test, and we're doing a smoke 'em if you got 'em session right here. So I got some amazing honey wax concentrates, THC, all natural. It's all natural for me, y'all. So you're gonna watch me suck it, or you won't. But either way, I'm sucking it. I usually charge good money to make for fuckers to watch me suck it, but I'm gonna let you guys watch me suck it for free.
That don't sound very good.
Yeah, it was intended to not sound good.
And no, I'm gonna look the other way.
Oh, now I made it feel dirty, huh? Sorry, Brooklyn. What you got going on, Brooklyn Loop?
Tired. Got like no sleep at all last night. So I'm just gonna run all the way till the next night.
Say fuck it, stay up again.
I wasn't able to sleep at all. Weird night. Just
Like pain or insomnia or what?
I don't know. Me and my girl, we just didn't sleep. Like we could never get to sleep. Don't understand why. No,
All night on Lou. Goddamn, boy.
No, this was all done, but I still couldn't go to sleep. That's the problem. Never slept.
That just mean you had another round in you.
couldn't get any sleep. It was very. I mean, it's first time in a long time.
No, I understand that. Usually, I have no problem sleeping, but about a week ago, dude, I just stayed up all night watching YouTube, and I mean all fucking night till the sun came up. And I thought about getting a nap or something, but I can't sleep when the sun comes up. Once it's light, dude, I gotta be dead tired to sleep when it's light out. So as soon as that sun popped up, I was up, and man, I slept good the next night. But that is rare for me. That usually never happens. Pulling an all-nighter like that. And I'm all natural only. If anyone was wondering, I am all natural only. I smoke weeds. I do little mushrooms, the little all natural psychedelics. Spirit journey. It's just like a wheel. It's just like a sword. You have to use it the right way. It's just like water. You need water to live, but too much water can still kill you. So you got to treat psychedelics with respect and use them for the right reason. But when you take control of the scene and setting and everything and the intention going into it, it can be a powerful thing.
Yep.
As far as psychedelics goes.
Yeah,
That's part of being a shaman.
well, you know, I'm a big advocate for weed. Weed is, to me, a positive, and I consider it healthy overall.
Now, the most medicinal way to consume weed is through the cannabis oil. You make oil out of it and you eat it. The best thing to do is just squirt it in a pill and you just eat it just like a pill. And
Yeah.
I watched that shit stop my mom's cancer in its tracks. Within 3 days, she was eating it, and it also, half of her face was rotting off. So I rubbed it on her sores, and within 3 days of her eating it and rubbing it on her sores, this weird white film popped up all over her sores. And when I wiped it off, the aggressive growth had stopped in its tracks. It was squamous cell cancer. It's one of the most aggressive and fast-acting cancers. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar with that skin.
Okay, so it only pops up somewhere on your skin, somewhere on your body, but it's on the surface of the skin somewhere, or not on the surface, but it's on your skin somewhere. And for my mom, it was on the inside of her cheek, and she waited till it was way too long to go to the doctor about it. Had I grown some plants and made her some cannabis oil years ago, that thing never would have blew up like that. She'd still be with me to this day. And I was living way up there in the woods. I totally could have. And the only reason I didn't is she was so damn paranoid. She wouldn't let me grow any plants on the property, even though that's the one thing that would have saved her fucking life. Even though we lived way out in the fucking woods in bumfuck nowhere, Arkansas, and we would have been fine. She was just so damn scared from living in the city her whole life.
Hey, look, someone's here. Captive Desk.
Oh, what up, Captive? That's Dave, ain't it? Ain't that? Ain't his name Dave?
I see Captive Desk all over the place, and I want to follow him because I just realized the other day when he popped into some stream I was on in comments.
I go to lives all the time whenever I can.
Captive Desk has his own channel, but I never was on it. But I was gonna visit Captive Desk soon.
They're just chill guys. They're just chill guys over there. I don't get why their channel's not bigger, to be honest. I know why my channel's not big. Believe me, I fucking know. I don't do anything right. I don't follow the YouTube fucking rules, Hey, I did get a tripod to hold my camera thing, so it will be like this when we go live on the next one, because I know right now on the small screen. So I'm just letting you know. I did get something to hold my phone for me, so it's going to be up here like that, and I'll be widescreen like you are. I got my little microphone right here, and I got to get that synced up to my phone. And how's my audio right now?
Your audio is
crunchy.
Mid.
Okay.
Mid.
Well, yeah, I'm going to try to get this going in the next couple hours, and maybe we can do another little test before 6 and see if my audio is any better. I'm going to try to get this synced up to my phone.
Your audio is loud. It's not a matter of volume. It's just choppy.
Yeah, choppy. Yeah, and that's why I got this right here. My audio has been fucked up last couple times I went live, so I'm trying to do something about that.
How is my audio?
Oh, you're perfect.
It's coming out all right.
Hey man, some of your shorts are so fucking funny. Your shorts are so fucking funny, man. I love it.
My shorts. I'm gonna tell you the story of my shorts. My shorts were recorded previously.
Really? Really? So they're not. Yeah. Your shorts aren't recent recordings or old recordings?
They're recent, but not like I'm taking them off of another platform that I had.
I got you. Okay.
They're not like really old, but they're
so they were intended for a different platform, is what you're saying, and you're just okay. Yes. No, I like it. That's great, dude. Some of that shit had me rolling. I love it.
It was actually my pot smoking stuff. So that's most of like I don't know which I can use on YouTube, but it was stuff I was doing when I was just smoking pot and doing silly things. No serious conversations. You know?
Well, see, that's the thing is, on you they try to stew in a creative box, and I don't like that. That's why I fucking everything I do is a vlog. I just whatever I want, I record it and I post it. I don't give a flying fuck. No, I don't have to second guess anything I create. If I like it, I make it, and if I like it enough to make it, I post it. You know.
Well, I think when you looking at this YouTube thing, that's harsh. Oh, wow. That'll do you.
Yeah, I'm good after that one.
So there's the thing about YouTube, because I'm new and I'm actually trying to take it serious to try to develop a following, and I think you gotta eventually know the audience, I guess, So like I don't know like if my audience would love me smoking pot all the time. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, see, look at what you just said, like right off the bat, and this is what they try to do. I'm trying to put the you back in YouTube. See, look, as a creator, you shouldn't have to. You just create whatever the flying fuck you want, And if people want to roll with you, they'll roll with you. You know what I'm saying? People probably love all this stuff you're holding back. That you're thinking, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't post this or that. People be loving that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do I definitely plan on doing some sort of videos with the pot, because I smoke it a lot. So
plenty of pot smokers out there, brother.
I mean,
it's not like it was back in the 90s anymore, bro. These are different days. God damn it. This is the 2025.
Well, I may do a video about it, maybe, because I really am an advocate for cannabis.
Hey, hey, as a fan of yours, subscriber, I put my in for you. Just post whatever the fuck you want. You don't even got to be theology based. If you want to post a vlog about you going to fucking Disneyland, you fucking do that, buddy. I'll watch it. See what kind of fun Lou's having in Disneyland. No, I plan on getting free equipment, and I'm going to be doing in-person interviews, mostly theology based, or we'll circle around to theology at some point, I'm sure. But I'm also going to be doing like nature hikes and cave exploring and stuff. I just got to get up on bills first, like I keep my profit first. I don't want to be homeless in the process. I don't want to be making a video about, hey, I didn't manage my money right, so now I lost my property and have nowhere for all my fucking dogs. I don't want to be making that video.
I'm sure some people would find it interesting, but
I don't want to make that video because that's not the fucking adventure I want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I had a rough ass winter, dude. Construction just fell the fuck off at Thanksgiving. It didn't pick up again till March.
Yeah, Captive Desk. I think he's got to hook up a mic, which he's going to hook up later.
Yeah, I have a mic right here. Hey, yeah. So and this was supposed to be a short one anyway. But yeah, let me try to hook this mic up. I got to read the instructions on it and stuff. I had it charging for a little bit, but I tried to hold on. Let me plug it in real quick and see what happens. For one, let's try that. It's got a little plug-in thing and the lapel mic. Hello? Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk, say a few things.
I am the brightest night. I am the darkest light, and I am sitting.
I would say definitely better.
I mean, I plugged it in, but let me see if it's reading that it's connected or not. Does that sound better as well?
Definitely an improvement on my end.
Okay.
Far better. Yeah.
Sweet, bro. Awesome. Well, I guess it was something I thought. Just take it on in there and turn the bitch on. All right. Oh, I cut to the line a couple nights ago. I got farther than I did the last time with Matt. Matt Dillty. That's his show, The Line.
Yeah. I've watched it. So.
Were you watching when I called?
No. I don't watch it all the time. I didn't see your call now.
Okay. Yeah. I'm one of Matt's biggest fans, but honestly, he just needs a bro hug or something, man. Matt needs a bro hug. I don't know what's going on. Who hurt you, Matt? But
Matt has gotten very very short. He doesn't like to really.
Well,
he likes to do his thing and get off, and then he likes to, curse people out, and I don't know. That's what I've been seeing. He used to be much more calm, so he's got a he's agitated.
But I've called him full times, and I get the impression that he's really not trying to have an honest conversation. He's just trying to say, "Okay, you can't prove it to me. There's no evidence. Bye. Okay, you can't prove it to me. There's no evidence. Bye." And even when, because I've called up and I said, "Hey, I'm not trying to prove anything to you." Then he's like, "Okay, bye." You know what I'm saying? It's like he's not even trying to have an honest conversation about it, in my opinion.
I think he's I mean, I've been watching Matt for many years, way back. And I think it's like a career now, and he's running his, his online stuff differently, on purpose, I think. I think he thinks it's entertaining, to hang up on people and all that.
Well, I got the funniest reactions to Matt because every time, because the atheist experience, also I got reactions to all that. Every time that I've done a call in to a different show, and I've called into other shows besides just atheist shows, shows like Renz. His name is Coach Renz over there at what is it? The Symbolizer. Truth First Authority Symbolizer. I've called in over there. They're kind of like he worked with Billy Carson over there. I like Billy Carson. I'm down with Billy Carson. I'm not saying that I was like big into the whole Thoth thing. It's like, and Billy said the whole time, don't take my word for it. Fucking look into it for yourself. Billy Carson said that the whole time going, because I've been watching him for years. I just wanted to say, on live that I'm down with Billy Carson. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Billy Carson's cool, man. I roll with him. And the whole Thoth thing, Christians get all upset about that. Like the whole West Huff thing. He starts talking about. Well, he has the interview with Billy Carson, which Billy Carson thought was an interview, but then it turned into a debate. and then he looks bad in that debate, right? And then Wes is all shined up, but then later on, Wes goes to have an interview with Joe Rogan, and on Joe Rogan's show, he says so much, documented wrong shit on Joe Rogan's show, while saying, "Yeah, how could a professional in their field get stuff wrong like Billy Carson did, all the while getting all kinds of shit wrong during the whole show?" It was like, it was like what they call the irony. It was beautiful, delicious irony. On my part, I'm a big fan of irony. That's how I know the creator has a fucked up sense of humor. Is just because life devours itself, Oh,
I
and
think
to be clear on this live, just to stay a non-Abrahamic true monotheist, Brooklyn Lou is an atheist, for those who don't know us. But go ahead, Lou.
I think Billy Carson lost a lot of mojo with the Wes Huff thing, and Wes Huff became this wonderful wonder boy in the Christian circles.
Well, I don't
think Wes Huff is very
right
good.
off initially. I will agree with that. Right off initially, the way optics wise, I would agree with that. But as time goes on, and because I follow Wes Huff, I know all the mistakes he's been making. As time goes on, and you follow Wes Huff, and you see, oh, okay, so he's been saying wrong shit this whole time too. Like Wes Huff ain't no fucking pillar of absolute truth either. As time goes on, so
I don't think he's a pillar of truth at all.
well, that's what I'm saying. Well, in the Christian world, that's what they're making him out to be. They're like,
no, I know.
Yeah, Wes Huff. Yeah, he might get a couple things wrong here and there, but no, he gets a substantial thing wrong consistently. And it's been pointed out by other specialists in the field. I'm not a specialist in those fields, but there's been videos done about it. If you follow him, you've seen those videos done about it.
Yeah, I don't think.
So just the general point I'm making is anyone can make a mistake. So whatever mistake Billy Carson might have made, Wes Huff is right along in the same vein, making the same mistake. So any contention people hold against Billy Carson for a certain mistake, they have to, if they're being equal about it, hold the same contention to Wes Huff for making that same type of mistake. Because they are exactly the same mistakes that they're both making.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying. So, but people were just looking for a reason to lash out against Billy Carson. But I was just wanting to say for the record, I'm alive because I realize I haven't done this before yet. Billy Carson's my homie. Who's that? Ralph Smart's my homie. Over there, the symbolizer or Roderick, that's my homie right there. I've been texting with him a little bit, and he hasn't gotten back to me a whole lot. He's like, "Man, that's a crazy white boy right there, son." And I'm just gonna sit back and watch. Cause he's like, "I'm just gonna sit back and watch and keep a professional distance from that cracker." And I get that. That's cool. I get that. I respect that. But I just want to shout out, you're my homie any goddamn way. You watch from afar, just know I'm on your goddamn side, motherfucker. What's up? So anyway, so speaking of sides, the Alliance of Defiance is something that I promote, which is a counterbalance to the aggression of the tyranny of the followers of Abraham. Okay. Which is a prominent thing in the world today. Just look around, So the Alliance of Defiance is pretty much anyone who realizes that, there is inherent tyranny and violence interwoven into the scriptures of the Abrahamic theology. And they abuse them. Right now they're abusing themselves, but at some point they're going to join together, and just start. Okay, because I do believe in the construct of the one true creator. but I didn't come through the Abrahamic theology at all. I was raised pagan. I was spiritual for a long time, but I have totally different views about what the one true creator is and what God is. We've talked about this before, and people have asked me, what the fuck is up with the dark light? Okay. So the dark light is everyone. I'm just reminding everyone that we are all the dark light. That is the important part. Inside. Now you are inside. Our consciousness is the jewel of creation, is the basis for its own reality. And nation's only power is in manipulating its residing co-creators into relinquishing divine sovereignty unto the state takes the gift of divine sovereignty and offers back only chains of servitude. For that was the intent of the insidious invitation to relinquish your divine sovereignty. And that's just a little tidbit I had wrote down right there in front of me. I was just turn that one off real quick. But so as soon as you realize that you have been manipulated into relinquishing your divine sovereignty, you can reclaim it. For just you let another borrow your divine sovereignty, you can retake its possession and ownership simply by saying, I am divine sovereignty. So tell me what you have to say about one. Now, that's just a little I wrote about in the dark light. People ask me all the time, what the fuck is dark, you know? And so that's just the little thing I wrote about the dark light for people.
I think
so the dark light is upon you.
I think when you talk later, hold that little microphone in your hand, I think it'll be clearer.
So my audio is still bad.
Like that. I think that's the way to hold it.
Oh, okay. So the clip ain't
right
working.
Now
gotcha.
You're really clear.
Okay, I got you. All right. Well, thank you. Well, goddamn, you could have stopped me at the beginning of the thing. Shit.
Like that right there.
Okay. Just put it in my mouth. All right.
Well, just
like
the
preacher used to tell me. Okay.
It's like you're handling a microphone, you know.
You cup it and everything.
Like right there. That's good right there.
Yeah. That's what the preacher said too. Hey, I told this joke my whole fucking life about preachers, right? But I never went to church. I can count on my hand how many times I went to church as a kid. I was raised by my mom, and every time we drove by a church, she said, "Ooh, yucky church." My mom was cool as shit. She raised us pagan. We would go to coven meetings. We didn't go to churches. But so anyway, I was just raised different than most people, dude. You know, and I claimed spiritual for a long time. And when I say pagan, I don't mean like just old school, because pagan can be. Honestly, the original meaning of the word pagan is just country dweller. You know, someone that doesn't live in the city is basically pagan. But anything that isn't Christian or Abraham theology is essentially considered paganism these days. Is the colloquial, socially accepted meaning these days of paganism.
But paganism is older than Christianity and Judaism, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, the original the Trinity, the Trinity belief was around before Christianity. We'll just put it that way, and they just hijacked the Trinity belief and co-opted it into Christianity.
Well, the way I understand Christianity now is it borrowed from lots of different sources. You know, kind of they created their own thing by taking concepts from all different things that were going on prior to them coming on the scene, you know.
Well, Abraham theology inherently is commanded to attack all who do not capitulate and submit to it. Abrahamic scriptures call for the death of all who do not submit. So when one attempts to defend themselves from followers of Abraham, they call it attacking them. It is gaslighting. No, Abrahamic theology attacks the world, so the world must defend itself from them. So that is why I propose the Alliance of Defiance. and it's just a counterbalance. It is not a call to violence. It is a call to defense and awareness of. So I say to all the followers of Abraham, there's just a handful of scriptures that you have to disavow in your scriptures. You know, and there's plenty of scriptures that you guys accept your Bibles that call for you and just to harm your fellow man. You know, and it justifies harming your fellow man. These scriptures in the Bibles, and I don't know the Bible as well as a lot of you people. I wasn't raised in it. Just in the last few years, I've been getting into the Bible, and I've also been. I follow a lot of Jewish channels. Also, I need to follow more Muslim channels, but they're not going to like it because I'm going to be defining them the whole way through. But it is what it is. I need to learn it better so I know how to better defy them. You know, so I can pick out the little particulars where they're wrong about the one true Creator. Which is the one thing that I feel I'm good at is just picking out, you know, the falsehoods that they're speaking about the one true Creator.
Now let me ask you something before we click off and come back later.
Yeah.
Just curious, like people like me, most atheists, we give no room for anything spiritual. I don't personally. Now, some may, because there's, you know, what is spiritual and all that. But I don't give like any really room for that. Like I feel I have nothing spiritual in my life. Nothing. So how do you relate to the atheist community when the atheist community generally is thinking anything having to do with spirits or creation, you know, the creation, the one true Creator.
Well, there are spiritual atheists out there, though.
Yeah,
they might be kind of far and few between, but there are spiritual atheists out there.
Yeah, I think they do exist. I just say
most. Yeah. They're kind of a rarity. There's spiritual atheists out there. But that was just the first point. I know they're like a smaller minority of the atheist community, but there are some atheists that claim some form of spirituality, you know?
Yeah,
but
I've heard some.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking to one recently. He was on the captive desk. Yeah, the captive desk the other night. He had a bunch of dudes on, and I got the email for one of them, and I've been talking to him. I think his name is Mike. I could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, he said he was a spiritual atheist. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having some conversations with him on exactly what he means by that. And I'm sure you'd be interested in that too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I consider everything spiritual mental. That's kind of how I say it, you know? So it's like I'm going to be talking to someone soon, setting up an interview with a woman who came out of Christianity, you know, deconverted, deconstructed, and is out of Christianity. But I was watching some of her stuff, and she's still into like a spiritual type of path. And it's like, it's really strange because I don't get it. It's like I don't understand this spiritual path. Every day I use my mind, and that's what I think is my spirit, you know.
Well, I would say it depends on how because different people define things differently, and they can classify those different definitions differently. You see what I'm saying? So you can compartmentalize the concepts of God and spiritualism. See what I'm saying? You can believe that there is no God, but still believe in a spiritual aspect to reality. Is perhaps something like where they're at, you know?
Yeah. Well, this woman is into what, tarot, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Which
I was raised with that. Like I said, I was raised pagan. My mom did tarot cards. And it wasn't like any strict one. My mom studied like all the different paganisms, you know, not just one paganism. She studied everything. She encouraged us to study everything. I read the Satanic Bible when I was 15, and it's not big, and it's not what you think it is either. If it had a totally different title on it, it would be a lot more popular. A lot more people would read it, and people would think of it. If they changed only one thing but the title, they had a totally different title. If they just called it Suggestions for a Way of Life or something, you know. And I'm dead serious. If you ever read the Satanic Bible, it'll blow your mind. It's not. If you compare it morals for morals, it is more moral than the Christian Bible. The Satanic Bible is, yeah. But people might hear me say that and be like, okay. While saying that, I will also say I'm not a Satanist. I don't believe in Satanism because I don't believe in Satan. I do not believe in the concept of Satan. Okay, and the Jews. Okay, to the Jews, Satan was the loyal angel to God. It was not a rebellious angel who had his own kingdom separate from God. Okay, so I think the Jewish perception of God is more accurate than the Christian perception. And also in the Jewish perception of hell, it is not an eternal realm of torment and torture. Hell, which had a totally different name anyway, it wasn't even hell. They don't even call it that. But it is a 12-month cleansing cycle for a soul where it gets cleansed and gets returned back. You know, it is not an eternal torture that never returns. See what I'm saying? So it's a totally different concept, and it's a lot more accurate than the Christian concept. So just shout out to the Jews. That's all I'm saying. I still disagree with you guys. Essentially, I still disagree with you guys. But shout out to the Jews. I think you're a little bit closer to the mark than everyone else. I'm just saying.
See, I agree with that too. I think the Jews are closer to the
Yeah, there's still a lot of shit I disagree with from the Jews, and we can take it from there because I can use the 10 Commandments to prove that Yahweh is not the actual one true creator, and they don't like that, you know. Okay, and when I have disagreements, that is with the theology and the scripture. That is not with people personally, unless they make it personal. Because I've had nothing but pretty great interactions with Jewish and Christian people. You know, I've got plenty of Christians in my families. I don't have any Jews in my family that I know of, but you know, I've been talking to some Jews online and learning from. And yeah, you know, I tell them right off the bat, I'm probably never going to agree with you or capitulate to Yahweh, but I definitely want to learn about it, and they're still willing to teach, you know. So I'm straight up with them. It's not like I don't grovel to shit, you know, because I believe we are all God. We are all. I like to call it the fractal singularity omnimatrix. And let me see here. I got all that in my notes and stuff. I'll save that for later. Because I got to get my table set up with all my notes and shit. What's it? 12:30. So we still got about.
I'm just doing this to you know, to see how it, you know, get the tech down.
Okay, so
I hope that I'm able to.
My volume's good like this.
Smoothly.
My volume's good like this, Lou.
Yeah, when you talk like that, that's good.
Okay.
Just like that. I mean, you have a mic that's probably not the greatest, and it's good if it's like steady and you're just speaking right into it.
Gotcha.
I think when you start moving around, it gets a little funky.
I gotcha. All right.
Like that is really clear right now. You know.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. That's why we're doing this. It's just a test run. Make sure all of our ducks in a row. Hey, I'm still gonna shout out to Witch Doctor and see if he can help us try to figure out how to bring in some clips from my channel. Okay, because I definitely that'll add some flavor to the overall show, and that will also give us some little breaks here and there as we go.
Well, try to why don't we meet up at 5:30?
Okay.
You plan on going on in 6, right?
Yep, that sounds good.
Yeah, so 5:30, we have a half hour to organize everything.
Okay, yeah, we'll tell everyone else to get there 10 minutes before.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, just like 5 or 10 minutes before or something.
Yeah, and who do you got coming in?
We have Godless Engineer, who pretty much this whole episode has been built around because it's totally built off of his schedule. This is the first opening he had. Then we got the Apostate Sisters, which I know you know them.
Yeah.
You guys have been on each other's shows multiple times. I first met the Apostate Sisters hanging out in the Daily Atheist Morning Show because they would pop in. This is something that I've noticed. So even though I'm not, I'm not an atheist. I'm theist, but yeah, I'm a totally different kind of theist. Okay, I was hanging out in the damn show chat for about half a year before Chris broke up with me. And I'm the type where if you tell me to fuck off, I'm gonna fuck off. I don't do the come groveling back shit or anything like that. If you make a public apology and then give me an invitation, I may or may not choose to accept it. But I enjoyed my time hanging out at the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I like to have fun, and that's why I like to hang out with atheists and pagans. That is my favorite kind of people to have hang out with is atheists and pagans. They know how to have fun, dude.
Yeah, I think atheists generally, I think, are kind of not overly, even though like I talk a lot about atheism and religion and all that, but deep down, I ultimately don't care all that much about what people believe. It's how they treat other people. And ultimately that to me is the hallmark of a good person. How
well, because ultimately what it comes down to anyway in this world is actions. So what you believe doesn't matter anyway. It's what you do that matters when it really comes down to it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what got you to the point of that action. What matters is, what you do with your life, because that is all we have is a minute amount of time to do things with our life, whatever we can. Some things that I've been getting into is I started my vocal journey. I've been working with some vocal coaches. I had one on the last show. One of my vocal coaches, I had him on my last council meeting over there at Blair University. His name is Joe. He's cool as shit. So I'm getting tired of watching all these people have all this fun doing metal songs without me. I've been into metal ever since I was a kid, and I just didn't believe in myself enough. I thought singing and screaming was something you were either born with, and you either had or you didn't. But I didn't realize that actually a lot of the time and work goes into all of that, and the talent is developed, even talent that is totally raw and just natural. Even if you don't develop it, it'll just shrivel up into nothing and non-exist anyway. You know what I'm saying? So talent is always developed, and that is driven by the love for something.
Let me tell you some wisdom on singing and music and all that.
Well, more. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing because I got some songs, bro. I got some bomb ass lyrics. I've been writing good lyrics ever since I was a kid, and I'm tired of not being able to perform them. Like on my channel, there's I have a bunch of my poems, but I'm just reciting them like flat. But I want to be able to perform them the way I hear them in my head, because I hear them in my head a certain way.
Well, you could do spoken word. I think that's cool stuff too.
Well, that's what I have. I have like it's like just kind of old school poetry where it's just kind of like spoken flat. That's what I mean, spoken.
Yeah,
I have a bunch of that on my channel, but I want to be able to perform it the way I hear it in my head, though. And I can't do that yet. That's something I'm working on.
I will say this because I have some experience in the music business.
Oh well, goddamn, Lou.
Oh yeah,
fucking origin stories coming out.
Well, I'm an old guy, so I've done a lot of shit in my life, But the thing with music, I mean, it's just my take on it after being involved with it. And I don't play it. I would not have no experience or talent to do music, but I know a lot about music and the business side of it as well.
Gotcha.
And,
okay.
When you like, in order to be like a really, really high level, let's take a musician or a singer or any one of those things, I've always felt you need kind of both. You need some sort of natural gifting, but that natural gifting is not enough to to be top of the line. You need the natural gifting along with a lot of work. And that's what I've seen.
Okay, I want to introduce a new concept of inspiration. Okay, it's the kind of inspiration where you see someone doing something and they're really not good at it, but they're fucking doing it anyway. And you're like, God damn, that guy's really not good, but look at him go.
Yeah.
I went to this concert one time because I moved out here to bumfuck nowhere, Arkansas, and it's one of the very few. What do they call that? It's a outside projection film a place where they show new movies. What do they call that? Drive-in? Yeah. It's a one of the few drive-ins left in America still. But so they had this big old. It was a Christian concert. Guy, this guy sucked, man. This guy fucking sucked. But this concert didn't care, and he didn't suck to them. And after seeing that, I'm like, God damn, anyone can do anything. That shit was inspirational, dude.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate anyone who's doing something in music because
he was getting out there and he was giving it his all, and it really didn't sound good. This little kid came up to me like, "Damn, this band's pretty good, ain't they?" And I'm that kind of motherfucker where I'm like, "Nah, kid, this band actually kind of sucks. They're join them. That's cool." I'm the too honest kind of motherfucker, I enjoy not using my filter very often. Like when my filter says, "Hey, don't say that," that's how I know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, I never watch a show or see someone doing music and actually cut on them. And I never do that because to me,
I have done that one time in my life. Okay, I was in Rock am Ring, which is over in Germany. I was visiting my brother, who was in the Air Force at the time. He was stationed around Frankfurt or some shit like that. But out there in Germany, once a year they have one of the biggest concerts in the fucking world. It's called Rock am Ring. Okay, and this was back in the early 2000s. And there's this band out there. I guess they were a UK band, and they suck so fucking bad on stage. Like there are certain times when the entire crowd goes perfectly silent, and right then, at that exact moment, I screamed out loud as fuck, "Boo! You fucking suck!" And over in Europe, of course, everyone knew I was American, right? You can pick out the Americans. They don't do that in Europe, God damn it. But back then, anyway, so you could pretty much pick out the Americans over there. But that's the only time I've done that. But goddamn, I stand by that. They did fucking suck, God damn it. But also at the same time, there was two other stages. That Rock am Ring, there's three huge stages, like a big old triangle. Okay. And so I just went to one of the other stages. So I did just end up leaving, but I did make a big scene about it before I left. I'm like, you guys really suck. And I'm going to let them know how I feel.
I think a lot of bands suck, but I don't say it.
Okay, well, I mean, I did, and I have, and I still might, but also at the same time, if you rock the fuck out, I'll be out there rocking out with you,
Yeah.
But also, hey, check it out. At that
very difficult business. So
at that same Rock Ring, that same concert, it was on it because this is like a 5-day thing. This isn't just like a one-night thing. This is a 5-day camp out concert. And what up, bro, Joe?
What's happening, guys?
Well, there we go.
We're doing a little test run. We're about to have my next episode of the Theology Council with Godless Engineer as our guest star. And we're also having Apostate Sisters, Brooklyn Lou. I'm having Queen Wortham come on. She is spiritual. I'm not sure exactly what flavor. I'm sure she'll tell us all about it. But that's at 6:00. We were just doing a little test run right here. Do I sound good, bro, Joe?
No, your mic is crapping out.
It's
still.
It's like
it's
what
it is.
Yeah,
you got to stay really still. That's what I'm noticing.
Oh, really? Is that better?
That sound. Go ahead.
Is that better? No.
I
Well-
find you when you stay still, and of course that's not easy because you want to move around. But
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind for sure because I definitely want to have my audio all right. But
The audio
it,
sounds like either a Bluetooth thing or a battery dying. That's the sound the sound you're giving is, in my experience, that's what usually it is.
I don't even know if this is like hooked up properly right now. Really?
Yeah, could be a mic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and double check this
yeah,
before we
make
get back
sure-
on.
Or
make
you're on
sure
a phone. Are you on a phone?
Yeah, I'm on a phone and I have a little fucking hookup thing right here. Hold on, let me unplug it real quick, see if that made any difference at all.
No, well, depending on your phone.
Did that make any difference at all?
No, not at all.
Did that
I'll
make
tell you
any
what
difference?
it is.
I
No,
think it's worse.
listen. I've been doing this a while. StreamYard takes a toll on some phones. They start heating up,
Yeah.
and then you start getting that noise. Yeah, so it's probably because of StreamYard on your phone. That's what it does.
So you do StreamYard. Maybe you could help me with one thing we were talking about now. Later on, I'm going to be controlling the StreamYard. And I know how to bring people in and out, like you just came in. But
Right.
what I don't know how to do is run any
How to bring
side
other stuff up.
content. like he's talking about like a break
I just want
period
to
commercial.
I want to bring some stuff up from my channel. I just want to bring some videos up from my channel to play a couple times.
Oh, okay. So you want to just share the videos?
Yeah, I just want to bring up some videos from my channel to show everyone as part of the show as we go a couple times.
Well, okay. So probably being with your phone and everything, it'd be best to give Lou the link, and then
No. Lou's doing everything. Yeah. Lou's doing everything. Go tell him about it.
okay, yeah. So you have the present thing. Do you see the present on the bottom? There's a present.
Media presentation.
Yeah. Since you're the host, you'll probably have some more options than I do, and there should be a share screen there.
Present or invite. Is that what you're talking about?
Right. You see you see on the menu on the bottom bar there. It says it should say like mute, start cam settings,
And then it
then
says present. Yeah,
Right.
I
So you
see the
click on
present.
click on present, and then you'll see some other options for share screen. You can share an image file, a video file.
Oh, okay. I see the video file.
Right. So
So
now,
you
like,
would,
hey, let me give you a test run. Okay, like just before I came in here, I was uh, I was listening to some music, dubstep. So if I share my screen, all right, you should see me trying to share my screen in the bottom. See that?
yeah, I see that.
Okay. So when you click on that, it'll give you the option to add me to the show. You'll be able to add it to the show. So
Oh,
if you
yeah,
just want to practice, you don't have to play it. I'm just saying, if you just want to click on that, and you'll see what I mean.
yeah, I'm going to do it now.
Okay. So there you
Okay,
go.
so there,
Right. Right.
yeah,
And then
but that's your screen. How would I
Right.
do that?
right.
Playing.
So say if I gave like Dark Light, do you have are you use is there a certain link from your channel you want to give to him? Because you could put that in the private chat, and then you'll
Well,
click on
I don't
that.
know about links. I don't know about links, but if we could scroll down it and I could point it out, I don't know like each exact link for each exact video or something. But when
Okay.
when Witch Doctor he just pulled my channel up, and then from there we just scrolled through it, and I picked out for him which videos I wanted. You know.
Yeah, do that exactly. Yeah.
Wait a second. Let me ask you, Joe. So if he put a link of a video in the chat, and I just clicked on it, it would come up in that present or invite type like
No,
we just did with
no.
you?
No, at first you'll come up on a separate tab on your computer, and then you decide whether then you can decide whether you want to share it or not.
So no,
Yeah, like you know what I'll
Yeah.
do? Well,
Yeah,
let me go
yeah.
to Doc Delirium's channel, okay?
Yeah.
And I will give you a link, and then you can play around with it. How's that sound?
yeah, just see if I could pull it up.
Right. Oh, you're actually running live right now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, okay. Both of you
Wait,
are. Okay.
it's a test run live.
I see. Okay.
We're getting we're making sure everything's good for our guest of honor.
Yeah, kind of goofing around, making
Okay.
We're not goofing around. It's all business. We're making sure we're all good. I mean, we were having some fun just talking.
tinkering with the
Okay.
StreamYard.
So
Hey, thank you for your help, bro.
here's Dark's last video, which I found amusing. But yeah, I'll put it in the private chat.
Hey,
Right?
we really got to figure out how to get to my page and then just pull up videos from my page.
Right. Oh, okay. So you just want to go to your first page. You can go to your home page.
I want to be able to pull up my page and then just pull up because I got so many videos on my page that I can use as a commercial. Yeah.
All right. Here you go. Here you go. Here's Dark's channel, Lou. The second link I shared. So save that link. That's his channel. So now click on that link.
Oh, I don't see it.
You see it?
No.
Oh, well, it should open up in a new tab when you click on it.
Check into the chat, Lou.
The present or invite tab.
The private chat.
Yeah. Check the chat button, Lou.
Oh, okay, but I'm in the chat.
Okay, well, it's showing in my chat.
On YouTube, right?
No, not the YouTube chat. Check on your live stream chat.
The private.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm right on it. I don't see
No, in the private chat. I put it.
There's a private chat.
Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah. I put in the private chat.
Private chat. Okay. See,
Yeah.
I didn't know there was different chats.
Yeah. There's a private chat just for whoever's on can talk in between each other.
All right. So I got
Or
this.
like when I first came in, like someone who comes in, if they're backstage, they can give you a message. They can also, see the messages. So just to let you know, private chat. If someone comes in, they can see the private chat.
All right. So now I'm on a private chat. I'm going to click on a link.
Yeah, click that second one on the bottom there.
Okay. And now I see his channel.
Right. Now you should see that in a new tab. Now go to StreamYard. Go back to that present tab I told you before.
Okay. Come back. Go to present.
Right. Present. Hit share screen. And then you should see your tabs listed under this, and then you just click his channel, and then it would be able to share his channel.
Okay, let's see. I would come in here. That would be his channel.
There you go. Now it's coming up on the screen. See that?
Okay, yeah. But now what?
Yeah. Well, go back to StreamYard, and now you can see it on. You see that you're presenting.
I see it on StreamYard, but it's not running. Like if I was
Okay. All right, yeah. So go back to the tab that his channel's on, and then you'll be able to scroll through, and it'll show up on StreamYard as you're doing it.
Let's see. Okay, that's on there.
Oops, you just knocked it out.
Yeah, no, I did that because I was trying to go back to the originals.
Be careful. You want to make? Oh, you all right? You don't want to screen share something you don't intend on screen share.
No, I'm good with it, bro. Fuck.
So keep all your porn off while you're doing stream.
No, I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing to worry about on my damn channel.
No, not talking about you. I'm talking to Lou as he's presenting.
Anyway, I got this dark light delirium on the screen.
Right.
Now, how do I? Let's say if I was going to play a video, how would I go to a video?
All right, so now you go back to the tab that he's on, right? You should have a second tab. You have the tab where the original tab, YouTube channel, on your computer. You got to go there and then you scroll through it.
Let me see.
All right.
Okay.
There
now-
you go. There you go. Now you're scrolling. Yep. And then you just do it as if you were
Now,
whatever.
when I'm doing this, all right.
It's
Now I
coming-
could just pull up a video. Is that what's going to happen?
Exactly. Yep. You could click on a
But-
video and it'll start playing.
But when I'm doing this, I'm not seeing myself or you or Jane right now at all.
No, unless you want to, minimize your, unless you want to split screen.
Well, right now we are. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull up a video and check it out.
Which video is it?
Scroll down a little bit. Are we in our regular video? Scroll down a little bit. Scroll down. Okay, stop. Go to the 6-minute video.
Which one?
6:11. The 6 minute and 11. Right there at the top left.
This one?
Yeah.
That?
Yeah. Can you pull that up and take all the screens off?
Hold on a second. Oh, it's playing.
What are you doing?
Vosknavis. 6 minutes and 32 seconds, right?
So what's going on here?
You want to pause it?
Yeah, you can pause that, Lou.
Hold on.
All right.
Okay.
There you
Hard
go.
hard to talk over myself.
Well, I mean, what I just did was what you're talking about, running something like that, right?
No, that's awesome. Thank you. That's great. That's exactly what we needed. Now, I was wondering if you can run and take everyone off the screen. Is what, and I will get back to you, Brojo. I'll explain it, okay? But I was just wondering if you can.
No, I'm glad I was able to help. I'm going to drop out anyway. I'm sure you could take it from here.
No, okay. Well, hey, if you're going, I'll explain real quick to you. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
If you got a second, bro. Yeah. Okay, so it all started with mushrooms, okay?
Okay.
It all started with mushrooms, all right? Now keep in mind, I was raised as pagan. I was raised as spiritual. I was allowed to do mushrooms and acid from the time I was 14 years old, all right? And so now I don't even have to do mushrooms and acid to get to that state anymore. I can tap into it if I sit down and really concentrate. But so I just don't fight it. I just let whatever come out, you know. And I'm spiritual as fuck, bro. Like Lou was talking about earlier, he doesn't understand spirituality. I'm spiritual as fuck. Is there any other?
This kind of reminded me of because I was a Christian for a very long time,
Yeah.
and some of those years I was involved in the Pentecostals, and it reminds me of a speaking in tongues thing. And I think one can put oneself in such a trance or whatever, like a self-hypnosis, to put themselves in that state, I guess. What exactly means, I don't know. But I don't believe... I believe I was just doing it back.
I don't come to it through a Abrahamic lens, though. You know, that is totally a non-Abrahamic thing right there. Like, I know people observe that Abrahamic lens, but if you listen to it, you ain't never heard some shit like that at church. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm sitting there speaking some weird stuff. But
I've seen some weird stuff, man. I'll tell you.
oh yeah. no. Well, okay. So my very first church
and been part of it too.
my very first church experience was Pentecostal. Okay. I was raised pagan, but the family asked if I would go to church with them when I was a kid. I was living in Topeka, Kansas. I said yes. Okay. It was a big old Pentecostal church, and I didn't know nothing about it. I went in there, and they all started freaking out, doing their tongues thing. And I mean, like half the congregation was doing it. And so I started laughing at them. I started as a little kid. I'm laughing at them, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And they told me I had the devil in me because I was laughing at them. I was like, "Are you fucking shitting me?" They, if anyone's got the devil in them, it's them, not me. I'm just laughing at them, you know. So that was my very first ever experience with Pentecostals, and I see. Even though I like to get down and do my own tongues thing, I don't like to do it with or around them because I do a totally different thing, and they'll look at me like, be like, "Devil, you see." I don't even believe the devil, but they'll be like, "Devil, you the devil." To me, followers of Abraham are blood to sin worshippers.
I hear you. So, are you guys gonna have a show later on at 6:00?
Yeah, 6
Yeah,
o'clock.
we're starting at 6 o'clock. Yes, sir.
Are you letting anybody on, or is it just like a debate or something? Or
Well, I don't do debates. It's going to be a discussion. I still got to write up a basic itinerary for the content. I don't really do debates. I don't like the debate thing because I don't believe in absolute truth. A debate is centered around the belief in absolute truth. I don't really believe in absolute truth. So I want to have discussions.
Well, listen, I got to go because your audio is just yeah, it's really bad, and
I got you.
And it's like scratching your nails against a chalk to me.
I'm working. I'm working, sir.
Yeah.
Hey,
right,
I'm going to work on it and see if I can't get it.
I'll try to catch the show later.
Man.
Thanks for having me, and hopefully it was a help.
Yeah, I just got
yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. You definitely helped.
Okay, Dane, I just got to execute that. And believe it or not, it may be a little tricky to execute again. I'm going to try it right now again. Okay. Well, if I once I have your channel up, your channel comes up. So that's easy. And then present. Okay, let me see something. Video. No, that's not it. Hold on. Jeez. Present. Stop. Slides. See, right now I could pull you in and out of the screen, not you, your channel.
Yeah.
That I could do easily. But once I add it to the stage, I forget how to play it.
Oh shit. Well, check it out. You can go back because we're about to get off here. You can post this and you can go back to where he was telling you how to do it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do that.
I forgot to tell you, maybe having a notepad writing that down as he told you would have been best, but I didn't think about that till later, so that didn't help.
Let me see some.
Did that
present or invite?
I'm gonna figure this audio out more. I'm not even sure this is hooked up to my phone yet. I don't think it is. Well, was that any better on my audio? Because I just turned this back on.
Wait a second. Wait a second. I got into your YouTube. Let me try something.
Okay.
Okay, it's working now.
I'm a rare breed, and I'm a rare breed. Thoughts they bleed.
Okay, this is what I have to do.
Systemic disease. Step up and feed as you need.
When we set up, I gotta have a video loaded already. Okay.
Okay, well, that's cool because I
then-
want to have it. I want to have the intro video.
Well, if I have a video loaded, it's easy because I'll already have it up, and then I just have to pop to the YouTube and then.
I got you. Yep. No, that's because I wanted to have a intro video anyway. Like I told you, the Ten Commandments for dogs. I wanted to intro with that one this time. The 10 Commandments for dogs. It's a 3-minute video. It's in the shorts.
Yeah, so that's what you want playing first.
Yeah. Let's intro with that one for this episode, and then when we go to have an intermission, I have one I wanted to play for that.
Yeah, what I have to do is I need to have them loaded before, and then all I have to do to play it is I got to add it to the stage, and then I got to pop on your YouTube, like have them next to each other, and then you YouTube.
So you want to? Okay. So you want to pre-select them?
Nothing left to be. All I see is eternity. Everything left to seize from
Now
the
it's
hands
playing.
of catastrophe.
And then I could stop it when I want, and then I could take it off the stage, and then I could put it back on the stage.
Yep.
So the thing is, I want to load up those prior, so that I could, like, if you want to start with a video.
Yep, I got you. Let's go.
Load it up.
Let's go make up a list real quick of let's go load up like 3 or 4 of them real quick.
Well, the thing is, I don't know.
Or you want to do that when we meet at? Let's do that when we meet at 5:30.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because this once I end this stream,
You got to go all the way back to it. I see what you're saying.
we're gonna have a new link, I guess.
Yes.
Once this is over, what we're doing now.
Yes. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have a new link, and then once we get that link, it would let me know, and I'll start advertising a little bit. I'll start passing that link out a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be the link, the official link.
Yep. And
All right, well, I will do my best. I'm not really. This is all. It's good for me because I'm learning something.
no, yeah, you're doing great, man. Thank you very much. You're doing really good, and thank you, Brojo. Thank you very. I don't know if my audio improved at all when I put this fucking microphone in, but I'm gonna double check this microphone. I might have to sync it up to my phone and shit. Like I didn't really have time to do that. We just kind of got started, and so I'm gonna try to fine tune this microphone.
Well, we should be okay. 5:30, we'll set it up, load a couple of videos, get it set up the same way.
All right. Yeah. All right. That sounds good. And I know exactly which ones I'm going with, and so we'll just go from there. I'm gonna set my area. This isn't the area that I wanted. I'm gonna have an area set up right next to the tank over there, like I did my last couple. And so yeah, I will see you back here in a few hours. Thank you very much for Brooklyn Lou. I appreciate your help. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you. See, the atheists, I did want to point out that the atheists have been the most willing to interact with me, okay? All the other atheists, they keep trying to ignore me like I don't exist or anything. I've been having a very hard time getting followers on the council to talk to me. And I am honest. I'm honest with them right off the bat that I'm critical about their theology, okay? It's not like I'm trying to blindside them or anything, And I'm trying to bring on people that I like. I'm trying to bring on people that I like, people that I respect, And it's not a personal thing, but it's the scriptures and their scriptures and their theology call for my death. I take that personally, okay? So actually, if a Christian, a Muslim, or a Jew does not kill you for not converting, then they are a bad Christian, Muslim, and Jew, according to their scriptures, when it comes down to it, okay? And I would just like for them to acknowledge that. And if they would just disavow, there's a handful of verses that call for and justify them harming their fellow man. And if they would just disavow these fucking verses, we'd be good. But of course, they won't do that because they all know that they're a blood cult. Okay, they all know they're a blood cult, and that if they disavowed one single word of within any of their Bibles, that the rest of their clan would kill them. They know that.
Here's a thought. I think that atheists are more comfortable talking to you, I think, because atheists aren't scared of religious things. I think when you're actually a Christian, I think a Christian would look at you as being evil,
Oh yeah.
So that's why I think there's, a friction.
Well, just because I say that I don't want to suck the Jesus dick, that they freak out. They're like, what do you mean you don't want to suck the Jesus dick? I'm like, I just don't. I just don't want to suck it. They're like, what do you mean you don't want to suck? I'm like, I said fucking no. They're like, you piece of shit. You said no, you don't want to suck the Jesus dick.
You got it. And that's what I think it is. That's really what I think it is. Right. And the only Christians that want to talk to atheists are the ones who have studied to try to convert the atheist. So
okay, so I've been hanging out in the atheist chats, I just hang out. Atheists are more fun. The pagans too. I don't believe in old school paganism, even though there's a resurgence, a modern resurgence of people believing in old school paganism. I don't believe in that personally, but I like to hang out with them personally because they're fun. Generally, not every single one of them. Generally, the pagans are fun, and the atheists are fun. There's some fun Christians out there, but usually the more fun Christians are the ones that are more loosely, they're like real secular. They're kind of more loosely Christian.
Yes.
Those are the ones that could be more fun.
Fun Christians are Christians by culture or tradition, and they really don't take it that serious. But when you have the fundamentalist, now those people are not fun to hang out with. Because,
some of my favorite. I'm going to state it again. Some of my favorite Christians that I would love to get on the council at some point. Ray Comfort. We got Cap Chatfield, and we got Bryce Crawford. And if he keeps it up, he's going to make it on my list, which is what's his name? Marcus Dixon. Marcus Dixon's cool. Very biblical. If you ain't biblical, you're the devil type shit. And the thing is, I don't believe in the devil. Okay, and neither do the Jews, as far as the Christians try to paint the devil. See what I'm saying? But that's why I call them sin worshipers. That's why I call them essentially a blood cult of sin worshipers, is because I say there is no sin. Anytime I say there is no sin, they will fight to their death to make sure I know that there is sin. They can't walk away from there unless they look in my eyes and they know that I know that there is sin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I will stand there and stare them the fuck down. And I will also have good arguments to talk down their bullshit of sin, which is why they are sin worshipers. I don't believe in sin. There is no sin, And when you say that to them, they freak out. They're like, no, there is sin. There must be sin. Look at all the bad things. Bad things are sin, aren't they? So no, they try to juxtapose their bullshit perception of sin over the natural occurrence of bad things. There will, anytime in a subjective world, there will inevitably be bad things.
So when we do this at 6, I'm gonna load up the stuff before, run the video you talked about, pull you in first.
Yeah, right? I want to do an intro, but we'll talk about all that. I'm gonna write up a content itinerary too in a couple hours.
And again, be patient because I might mess up, but we'll try it.
Oh no, we're just doing it, man. And thank you very much. You are making it happen. You're making it happen, Brooke Delnu. We'll get there and we'll do it. And we're all gonna get to meet the great godless engineer. And thank you to John for coming on. That's his name, right? John?
Yeah,
Godless
I
Engineer?
want to meet the Godless Engineer.
Yeah, apparently Brooklyn Lou's a big fan.
Yes.
If Godless Engineer's taking a little peek in, I'm trying to work on my fucking volume thing, bro. We'll get there.
I've been watching the Godless Engineer for years.
See, I've only been watching him for I don't know, 4 months now or so. I would have to say my favorite atheist still is Alex O'Connor. Just because he's so interesting to watch and he's so different from me because he's so proper, you know. He's actually Alex has blocked me on his channel a few times because I'm such a fucking classless heathen and I'm out there and say some crazy shit. He's actually blocked me on his channel a couple times.
He's very proper.
He's very proper and patient, and actually that gets the best of him. You can tell because I've watched a bunch of his debates. That will get the best of him sometimes. He needs to just sometimes sit back and laugh. Okay, just sit back and breathe and laugh and think about the bullshit that the other side is saying and laugh about it. Okay, instead of getting all flustered about it and then annihilate him. Okay, because he gets all flustered, caught up, and then he tries to, and then he like loses his fucking chi. You know.
Yeah. So.
No, that's the few times that he's gotten caught up. He has been caught up a few times, and it's from dirty tactics that his opponents have been using. You know, the viewer can see that. Anyone? Sorry, is that better or no?
What's that?
On the volume?
It's okay.
Could you tell a difference on the volume at all? Fuck.
What I think
so
is you got a good. You're better than I've heard you, but I think you're going to have to be cognizant of trying to keep steady when you talk.
Okay. You know? Okay, gotcha.
It's definitely not the optimal.
I'm going to have a I'm going to have a holder for this. I'm going to have a tripod holder for this. I just haven't had it all set up yet. So yeah, let's go ahead and get off here so I can get my shit all set up. I still got to set my table over there. And I'll see you back here at 5:30, Lou. I'll see everyone else at 6 o'clock. All right.
Yep. We'll see you later.
Well, actually, all the other participants, we're going to ask to try to join at least 5 minutes beforehand so we can have you, pulled up already and ready to go by 8. Or what is it, 6? By 6?
Yeah, the way it works on StreamYard is I could pull someone up and they're not on the stage yet, you know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then I get to add them to the stage.
Yeah. So
I could add them
all
all
the participants try to have kind of early.
Yeah, but I could add them all at one time, or I could add one at a time. You know, could mess around with it, you know?
Yes. Thank you very much, Brooklyn Lou. I appreciate your help, bro.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right. See you soon, man. You have fun, bro.
Bye.
Thank you, homie.